Now we are here with Meghan O'Shaughnessy and Fiacra Corkery with the movie How to Skin a Cheetah.
You know I'm going to leave soon. I'm going off to Tanzania, and you're never going to see me again. How does it make you feel? Will you miss me?
Lucas is a very sensitive boy, okay, Bobby? He can take things quite literally.
Do you have a weapon?
I could shoot my mom's old rifle.
If I get Mom, will you show me the rifle? Ah, come on. Sure, it's only a bit of crap. He does this all the time. It's like... told you yesterday that hurt! I wish my mom were dead too.
Really interesting movie and really interesting concept. The whole movie, the atmosphere is super interesting with the masks, the room, everything is so detailed. Tell us more, like how did you, like this idea come, and how did you decide on the atmosphere and everything, the design and the masks?
Yeah, thank you. That's a great question. For people who haven't seen the film, How to Skin a Cheetah is basically like a coming-of-age sort of thriller. And it's about two kind of teenagers who have quite turbulent relationships with their own mothers in very polarizing ways, and they both ultimately come to the conclusion that they want to kill their mothers. Now, I have a fabulous relationship with my mother, so please don't worry. But yeah, basically the kind of inspiration behind the story was when my mom was a little girl. She worked in a corner store, and her co-worker ended up stabbing their boss, which I thought was like a crazy story. Yeah, he did it with a pair of scissors. Insane.
Oh my God.
So that story like really stuck with me, and I just like couldn't stop thinking about it since. And in the film, the lead, Bobby, she gets a job in a corner store because she has this dream of like running away to Tanzania, and so she's gonna make money and escape her bedridden mother, who we see here. So it's ultimately a story about parenting, and is there a right way to parent? Fiacra's character, Lucas, who is a bit of an odd kid, has a really turbulent relationship with his own mother, who owns the shop, and she's like the opposite to Bobby's mother, where she's like a real busybody, kind of overprotective.
Yes.
And two of them, though they have polarizing mothers, both come to the same conclusion that they just want to escape. But yeah, especially as well with the tone as well. Like my own mother, who I'm very, very close with and love to bits, she basically like showed me everything film related and art related, and like she used to read me stories growing up, and like so films like I suppose like Tim Burton-esque films, and then like Series of Unfortunate Events, like all those kind of strange, weird, wonderful films were a huge inspiration behind that. So yeah.
So can you as a character, in the end, your character kills his mother because he hates her, and you, on the other hand, because he gives you the money, you buy a new TV for your mother, and your character doesn't go to Tanzania. She stays there. So yes, the contradiction of the two relationships. Can you tell us more about this?
Good question. So Meghan directed. Sorry, it's just
Yeah.
With Lucas, his mother's very on top of him, very overbearing. He's not allowed, like toys and like fun things, or he just wants to go hunting, and he's just an innocent kid, but he's very impressionable. And when Bobby comes into the store, then he's immediately like, I gotta do this, I gotta go hunting.
He gets really obsessed, with this idea.
Totally. And that's very fun as an actor, to play a role like that, where like he's like so obsessed with this idea, and just like can't control himself then, kind of thing, and just gets so carried away. And yeah, that's the relationship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's just like, I think Bobby comes in to the shop with her own kind of notions of like she's going to get her money and she's going to run away. And she never anticipates to meet someone like Lucas. And Lucas shows interest in this really weird thing that she's obsessed with, which is like the animals in Tanzania and specifically hunting animals, which kind of automatically makes Bobby kind of a dislikable character.
Yes.
And she's also a bit of a liar as well. So she tells a few fibs throughout it. So it's kind of interesting then when Lucas, he doesn't fall in love with her, but he falls in love with the idea of being her friend and being her, and he sees her as this
being together, hunting together, because every time he was coming to her place, let's go hunting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like she doesn't anticipate this, but in a way she feeds into it because she's so isolated within the film, and to find someone who has interests in her interests, she kind of almost. I remember talking to you about a scene, and we were like, you're almost like a little brother to her, who's like really interested in what she's doing, and she's kind of like, yeah, like I know, okay. I'm so cool, you know. So that was kind of a fun dynamic to create.
Thank you very much. If we have questions from the audience, we can hear them now.
I wanted to ask how was it for you to portray the character of Lucas, because you get a really good mix of like very, the little brother vibe, but also the uncanny obsession, the creepy smiles and all of the... Did you get any inspiration from someone you know, or how did you find all of the works?
Great question, thank you. I don't know, I like, as an actor, I love playing roles like that have that kind of arc, because you have to be very compassionate and understand where the character is coming from. A lot of very good people do very bad things, and that's something that really interested me about Lucas, is that he's just an innocent kid and just gets messed up, really. And working with Meghan on that was great, because we really went through the steps of how he becomes obsessed, and you can really see that in the film, in the cut of it. It was a fun role. I don't know, I get typecast as kind of weird guys a lot of the time, so I enjoy it. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. This is all our time, unfortunately, so we're finishing the Q&A session. Thank you.